بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا وعظيمنا وحبيب قلوبنا وشفيع نفوسنا أبا القاسم محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. طب القلوب ودوائها ونور الأبصار وضيائها، وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الصادقين. الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من المتمسكين بولاية سيدي ومولاي علي بن أبي طالب. الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا، وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. أما بعد، يقول الله في كتابه الكريم: بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أسبغ عليكم نعمه ظاهرة وباطنة. First of the loud salawat for the love of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The second for the love of Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The third with your loudest voices on the night of the 10th of Muharram for the love of the mother of the martyr Fatima al-Zahra alayhi salam. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Amongst the concepts understood by mankind as being vital in any form of success in his life is understanding the blessings that are around him, irrespective of whether that person actually understands that there is a creator or not. We find that virtually every culture in the world recognizes the concept of a blessing. For indeed, mankind is always grateful for the blessings that he receives in every area of his life. It may be in his domestic life, it may be in his educational life, it may be in his personal life. But whatever blessings mankind encounters, he is always grateful towards where that blessing has come from. And indeed, the further you go back in the chain of any blessing, the more grateful you are to the first chain, which is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One notices, for example, that in virtually every country in the world, there is this understanding of blessing within the vocabulary of the people when they speak. As an example, you find many people who come forward and they will say, that was a blessing in disguise. The idea that a blessing, sometimes a person may not see it at first hand, but will only understand it later on. Or indeed, when someone sneezes, as an example, the first thing you reply to them is saying what? Bless you. Here recognizing as well the concept of the person while he is sneezing, and allowing the person to understand that this is a moment of blessing from his Lord. Indeed, you sometimes find people who come and speak about your children and say your child is so blessed, recognizing this whole idea of blessing in the child of mankind and the number of children he has. And therefore you even find in some countries that there are some people who even name their son or name their daughter Blessing. When I resided in Africa a couple of years back, I remember actually meeting someone called Blessing. That was their actual name. And I know that African brothers, they love certain names which are quite beautiful in their nature, but I had never seen this idea of blessing. But then when you think about it, you see also in Arabic, we also come forward with this name. Because some of us name our children, for example, Na'im. We name our child, for example, or our daughter Na'ima. Here recognizing the concept that our child is a blessed child, and therefore showing just how far wide this concept of blessing can be. Indeed, what you view as a blessing, another human being may see, no, that's just part and parcel of my life. And what they view as a blessing, you may see as that being just part and parcel of your own life. That's why the beauty of the human being is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown him so many blessings on such a wide variety of angles that two of us who may be best friends may view different parts of our life as being different areas of blessing. As an example, Prophet Isa once asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, Ya Allah, can you show me which of your creation is the most thankful of your blessings? So what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tell him? He says, Isa, go to the end of your road, you will find the person who is the most thankful of my blessings. Nabi Isa wondered and he wanted to see exactly who this person was. He goes towards the end of his road, and what does he find? He finds that there is a lady who is sitting down there. But this lady has no feet. As he gets closer, the lady has no hands. As he gets even closer, he notices that the lady has no eyes. in recognizing this and the idea that the lady was blind, he recognizes no hands, no feet, and no eyesight. He wonders what exactly she's thankful for. I, the Prophet of God, am thankful of my Lord for all our blessings of just creating us. But here is a normal creation who has come forward without any hands, and without any feet, and without any eyesight. She is blind. What is she thankful for? So he comes near her. He says, so I'd like to ask you, you have no hands, you have no feet, you have no eyesight. What exactly are you thankful for? She says, Isa, how can I not thank the Lord who did not give me the hands that may touch haram? How can I not thank the Lord who did not give me the feet that may walk towards haram? How can I not thank that Lord who did not give me the eyes that may view haram? Isa, how great is this Lord that He has blessed me in every area in my life? Look how completely she has turned around the whole concept of blessing. And sometimes you notice a person, when you search for a blessing doesn't fall on you just on the first day or on a second day. You may at times have to keep on searching and searching for a blessing until eventually you come around to seeing what exactly a blessing is. As an example, for a girl who wants to come and wear the hijab, sometimes a person comes and they say, I don't see the need to wear a hijab. I'm a good Muslim. I come to your lectures in Muharram. I come to the mosque regularly. I love Ahlul Bayt. I shed tears over Ahlul Bayt. But here what you find is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to show in the philosophy of hijab is that you submit to me, then I'll show you the blessings. The idea in Islam, as Ali ibn Abi Talib says, Al-Islam huwa taslim. Wa-taslim huwa al-yaqeen. Islam is what? Islam is submission. But only through submission will you attain certainty. There is no way a person can actually understand a blessing of God until he himself takes the first step. When you take the first step, you'll see the blessings all come. And therefore one notices in every area of our life, this idea of blessing is of the utmost importance. We notice how in Dua Kumail, Ali ibn Abi Talib salawatullah wa salamu alayh, he comes forward in Dua Kumail. What does he say? He says, Ya sabighan ni'am. Taking this idea of a blessing, he says, Ya sabighan ni'am, O Allah, you are the one who showers His blessings on the people. Wa ya dafi'an niqam. Look how he brings the word ni'am and niqam with each other, highlighting that if something is a blessing, there is always opposite to it a calamity. So he says, Ya sabighan ni'am, O you who showers His blessings on the people, wa ya dafi'an niqam, and you who pushes away calamities from the people. Even earlier in Dua Kumail, Amir al-Mu'mineen, what does he say? He says, Allahumma khfir lidh-dhunub allati tughayyiru an-ni'am. Ya Allah, forgive me the sins that can change your blessings. Because if a blessing was meant to come to my household, my sins, with the idea that dhunub tahbisu dua as well, a sin can prevent dua from being accepted or blocks dua. It therefore means because a sin blocks dua, a blessing that was meant to come towards me if I wasn't a sinner, is blocked or is indeed changed. Here he says, Allahumma khfir li dhunub allati tughayyiru an-ni'am. Allahumma khfir li dhunub allati tunazzilu an-niqam. Ya Allah, forgive me those sins which bring down calamities, which send down calamities on mankind. So here you see how Ali ibn Abi Talib quite beautifully, with him being a reflection of the Quran, whenever it explains something, it explains it using opposites. In the same way, Ali ibn Abi Talib, when he explains the concept of blessing, he explains it using opposites. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you see through Dua Arafah, for example, with Aba Abdullah, he says, Allahumma, he says, Ana al-mu'tarifu بِنِعْمَتِكَ عَلَيَّ وَعِنْدِي. Look what Imam al-Hussein says in Dua Arafah. I am the one who admits your blessings on me and within me. Because we notice blessings are of two types. Allahumma ana al-mu'tarifu bi-ni'matika alayya wa indi. Alayya means what? That Allah showers some blessings which are external. Indi means Allah gives us some blessings which are internal. Hence you notice, for example, in the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, أَسْبَغَ عَلَيْكُمْ نِعَمَهُ ظَاهِرَةً وَبَاطِنًا. Asbagha means what? Ya sabigha ni'am, showering of a blessing. The Quran in Surah 31 says what? Asbagha alaykum ni'amahu zahiratan wa batina. Allah showers blessings on mankind. Some are zahir, some are batin. Some of our blessings are what? They are in the open, external blessings. Other blessings are what? They are internal blessings. As an example, our eyesight is an external blessing. I had a fellow lecturer, a fellow friend of mine, a renowned speaker, who recently had a problem with his eyesight. He lost his eyelashes. He has a disease where now his eyelashes have completely left him. When I saw him, he said to me, Syed Ammar, you know what? These eyelashes, people don't know what a blessing they are. I said to him, what do you mean? He says, I didn't know that they act like a windscreen wiper. What do you mean? He says, those small pieces of dust that you see when you are walking, he says, I can't even block that dust from coming into my eyes anymore. That dust affects me so strongly. He says, these eyelashes that I have, that Allah has given me, were meant to be the windscreen wipe or windscreen shield on the car. They were meant to be on my eyesight. But now that I've lost them, I can't prevent dust entering my eyes. Many times I have to close my eyes. So you find eyesight is a blessing. Because sometimes we see the blind man when he's trying to cross the road. Every single one of us crosses the road without paying any attention. Whereas you see that this blind man relies on a dog for a